Okay, everybody, today's project, I bought this Boss audio system. It says amplified system, street legal. Well, the name usually stands for quality, and it's Bluetooth. It says it's a Bluetooth, has an aux input, and it looks like it's made for side-by-sides or motorcycles. So I have decided to install it on my 2016 Suzuki C90T. Of course, this would apply to any bike, but I thought I'd give my Suzuki folks a little helping hand here if you're thinking about installing these. It looks like it comes with most of the hardware, but it does not come with the inline fusing and all. So, and don't chimp on that. I will be installing in my second video inline fusing to protect it. And I'll come back and do another video with that. This is the basic pre-installation work. And I want to tell you, what happens is they send you, of course, those bar protectors, you know, those old foam inserts that go in here in these behind these metal brackets to protect your bars. And what comes from the factory is a thin one and then a thicker one. I did not use the thin one, I used the thick one. And in order to hold it in place, since it would not go completely around the bar, what I did was I put it on my bar and just used some black electrical tape to pull it together snug and at least temporarily hold it in place until I could come in here and hook my bracket in place. Now, this has that locking bracket you're familiar with, I'm sure. The key to this is, of course, get your lock in place once you've got your position. But in order to put that locking nut here, you're going to need a little pressure. And so I just used a small pair of channel lock pliers, and I squeezed these two pieces of metal together enough to where I could get this at least started, the threading. And once you've got the bottom threading started, then of course you can then start really tightening it down. Now on top of these, there's a locking nut. You can see actually there's two of them. And so the idea behind this is to lock these two together or press them together. You know, so I did that on both sides, and I've got them kind of angled in a little bit. Now, of course, this is the pairing wire. Boy, it's extra long. I guess that's so that if you decided you want to put one, I guess I'm in the back or a distance apart, but that's way too much wire really for me. So I'm going to be hiding and tucking this wire behind here somewhere. And then coming off of this, of course, is going to be your electrical connections. And this is one of the places I'll be putting an inline fuse protection and all. Like I said, in my second video, I'll explain that and show you that. And then ultimately, I'll be hiding the wires. And then, of course, you have a volume control switch that they send you. That's what this is. You can turn left and right for your volume control. And then, of course, there's an aux connection to plug in for an aux. And I don't know, I mean, where I'm going to install that yet. We'll have to see. I mean, if you want your volume control, I guess up here somewhere and be able to plug in some aux, like maybe directly plug in a phone or something, then you might want this up front. But probably once I've set the volume, I'll probably put it somewhere so that it is easily accessible. And of course, if you're going to plug directly into the aux here, you probably want to have a cradle close by because you're probably going to need something to hold whatever you're plugging into. So, but anyway, this is my first of at least a two-part video on installation of these Boss Bluetooth Power Sport speakers. Let's see, here's that model number again, MCBK425BA Bluetooth. And I believe they're fairly good rated. I would think the brand. They say they're waterproof, so I don't do a lot of riding in the rain anyway. So anyway, watch for the next video too. And again, this is on a 2016 Suzuki C90T. but it would be applicable to any bike that you decided that you wanted to put those on. So hopefully this is helpful.